What's up, everyone? In today's video, we're breaking down the price elasticity of demand. We'll go step by step through how demand reacts when prices rise or fall, with a detailed, real-world look at the mechanics behind it. Price elasticity of demand quantifies consumers' responsiveness to price changes for a product or service. It helps firms make smart pricing decisions and assists governments in forecasting the impact of policies like new taxes or subsidies. High sensitivity or elastic demand may result in large changes in purchase habits even with small price increases, while low sensitivity or inelastic demand shows little reaction to price shifts. Now, let's talk about the law of demand and the formula for price elasticity of demand. So, according to the law of demand, if the price goes up, quantity demanded goes down, and vice versa. It means when prices increase, people generally buy less, and if prices fall, they buy more. And price elasticity of demand equals to percentage change in quantity demanded by the percentage change in price. This formula mathematically measures this relationship as a ratio of percentage changes, providing a standardized value across goods and contexts. Let's come to the types of price elasticity. 1. Elastic, when PED is greater than 1, that is large change in demand for a small price change. 2. Inelastic, when PED is less than 1, that means a small change in demand for a large price change. 3. Unitary elastic, when PED equals to 1, that means the change in demand equals change in price. 4. Perfectly elastic, when PED equals to infinity. And 5. Perfectly inelastic, which means PED equals to 0. Elastic goods show a pronounced reaction to price changes, for example, electronics, while inelastic goods barely adjust, for example, salt. Unitary elasticity is rare but signals proportional changes. The extremes are mostly theoretical, with perfectly elastic goods having unlimited supply at one price, and perfectly inelastic ones being necessities, regardless of price. Now let's discuss all these types one by one. First, perfectly elastic demand, PED equals infinity. It means consumers will buy any quantity at a given price. Demand drops to 0 if the price rises at all. For example, agricultural commodities are in a perfectly competitive market. In such cases, firms are price takers. They cannot set higher prices than the market. For example, in wholesale grain markets, a 1% increase in price results in all customers leaving for competitors. Demand is essentially infinitely sensitive to price. Second, elastic demand, PD1. It means a small price change leads to a large change in demand. For example, luxury goods like branded clothes, air conditioners. Consumers can live without these products or find alternatives. If luxury items become more expensive, shoppers postpone their purchases or pick different brands, causing a sharp drop in demand with minor price hikes. Third, unitary elastic demand, where PED equals 1. It means a proportionate change in demand equals the change in price signifies that the total spending stays the same. For example, cinema tickets and restaurant meals. For such goods, if prices rise, the demand proportionally falls, keeping overall revenue constant. Businesses in these sectors need to be cautious about pricing so as not to affect total income negatively. Fourth, inelastic demand, or PD1. It means a large price change causes only a small change in demand. For example, salt, matchboxes, and basic medicines. These are daily essentials that are needed in almost fixed quantities. Regardless of how much prices rise, consumers still buy about the same amount, making these goods inelastic. Demand hardly shifts, a boon for sellers of such products. Finally, perfectly inelastic demand, where PED equals 0. It means demand does not change at all with price. For example, life-saving medicines like insulin or heart surgery. Consumers must have these products at any cost. Even if prices skyrocket, the quantity demanded stays fixed. This scenario is critical for policy, as overpricing essentials can harm society. Now, let's move to the determinants of PD. 1. Availability of substitutes. More alternatives give consumers options, leading to higher elasticity. 2. Necessity versus luxury. Necessities like milk and rice are hard to substitute, so demand stays stable even if prices rise. 3. Proportion of income. Expensive items take up more of a budget, so price changes are felt more, increasing elasticity. 4. Time horizon. Over time, people find new substitutes, raising long-term elasticity. 5. Brand loyalty. Strong brand or product loyalty lowers elasticity, as customers stick with their favorites. 6. Urgency of need. Urgent needs reduce consumers' ability to cut back on purchases. 7. Duration of price change. Short-term price fluctuations often do not result in big changes, as consumers expect a return to the old price soon. Price elasticity is a practical guide for businesses to maximize revenue. Understand when to increase or decrease prices based on product type. For elastic items, discounts may drive more sales. For inelastic items, price hikes yield more income without much loss of customers. Policymakers also consider elasticity when setting taxes to ensure changes in price, like fuel taxes, do not overburden the public or cause excessive falls in government revenue. Thanks for watching this video. If you think this video is useful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.